Imagine two friends, Leo and Max, who start the same job on the same day, live in the same city, and spend Saturdays at the same coffee shop. 5 years later, Leo is stressed over unpaid bills while Max is booking a trip and putting money into index funds. The difference wasn't luck or a secret formula. It was understanding the three phases of personal finance and acting on them. This story opens with a late-night phone call. Leo says, "I don't know how to get ahead," and Max replies, "You're trying to sprint before you've learned to walk." Survival mode is where most financial journeys begin, living paycheck to paycheck, prioritizing immediate bills over future goals, and feeling one unexpected expense away from crisis. The primary objective in this phase is not investing or chasing high returns. It's stabilizing cash flow and stopping financial leaks. Practical steps are simple but disciplined. Create a bare-bones budget that tracks every inflow and outflow. Build a starter emergency fund covering 1 to 3 months of essential expenses. Eliminate high-interest debt with aggressive minimum plus strategies, and pause discretionary spending. Survival also teaches crucial habits, regularly reviewing bank statements, automating bill payments, and setting small, consistent saving targets. This phase reframes money as a tool for security rather than a source of stress. Mastering survival creates the foundation and confidence required to progress to growth, making it one of the most underrated and powerful stages in a financial transformation. Growth mode begins once survival is stable, emergency fund in place, high-interest debt under control, and predictable monthly budgeting. The mindset shifts from not sinking to building momentum. This phase focuses on consistent saving, increasing income, and learning compound interest. Key tactics include automating savings into separate accounts, starting retirement contributions even at modest rates, and allocating a portion of extra income to investments. Prioritizing low-cost index funds or diversified ETFs for steady, long-term returns. Growth mode is also when side hustles and skill development accelerate progress. Negotiate raises, sell skills, or test small business ideas while maintaining discipline. Risk management matters. Maintain liquidity for emergencies and avoid speculative gambles. The cumulative effect of consistent contributions and time compounds dramatically. Small monthly amounts transform into meaningful balances. Growth requires patience and a systems mindset. The habits you build here determine how quickly you reach multiplication. Moving between phases demands a deep mindset shift, from scarcity thinking to treating money as a builder's material. Scarcity focuses on immediate survival and fear-driven choices, while the builder mindset evaluates opportunities, trade-offs, and long-term compounding. Practically, this means replacing impulsive consumption with deliberate allocation, money for essentials, money for growth, and money for experimentation. The builder mindset values learning, reading books, following reliable finance educators, and seeking mentors, because knowledge compounds too. It also embraces delayed gratification, choosing investments that grow slowly but reliably instead of short-lived thrills. Emotional resilience matters. Expect setbacks and reframe them as feedback. Visualize progress with metrics, net worth, savings rate, and passive income streams. Tracking these creates momentum and reduces anxiety. Adopting this mindset turns routine actions into strategic moves, aligning daily habits with multi-year goals and turning small, steady choices into transformational results. Multiplication mode arrives when steady contributions and disciplined habits have created investable capital and confidence. Money stops being only stored. It starts creating reliable income through diversified assets, stock portfolios, real estate, and business equity. Multiplication emphasizes allocation, balancing growth in income assets, managing risk across market cycles, and using leverage prudently, if at all. Strategies include building a broadly diversified investment portfolio, exploring rental property or REITs for cash flow, and deploying taxable accounts efficiently while maximizing tax-advantaged accounts. At this stage, passive income covers a meaningful portion of living costs, freeing choices and reducing stress. Governance matters. Use professionals for complex decisions, implement asset protection, and update estate plans. Multiplication isn't about reckless scaling, it's disciplined expansion with capital preservation as a priority. The goal becomes long-term wealth generation and legacy planning, shifting focus to sustainability, generational transfer, and purposeful use of surplus capital. Accurate self-assessment is essential. Survival, growth, or multiplication each require different priorities and tactics. Use simple diagnostics: emergency fund size, debt level, monthly savings rate, and percent of income invested to identify where you are. If essentials and debt dominate, you're in survival. Prioritize stability. If you save consistently and invest small amounts, you're in growth. Focus on scaling savings, diversifying investments, and increasing income. If passive income replaces jobs and net worth is substantial, you're multiplying. Concentrate on asset protection, tax strategy, and legacy. Next steps should match your phase. Survival needs strict budgeting and debt repayment plans. Growth needs automation, learning, and incremental risk tolerance. Multiplication needs strategic allocation, team building, and long-term planning. Clear phase recognition prevents wasted effort and false shortcuts. Treat it like a ladder. Each rung prepares you for higher ones, and design a realistic timeline based on measurable milestones rather than arbitrary comparisons. Progress stalls when people skip foundational steps or chase shortcuts. A common pitfall is trying to invest aggressively while carrying high-interest debt. Returns won't offset compounding interest charges. Another is lifestyle inflation, raising spending as income rises, which erodes saving capacity and stalls wealth building. Overconfidence in speculative hot investments can also cause devastating setbacks if diversification and risk controls are ignored. To avoid these traps, enforce two rules: control liabilities before deploying capital, and maintain a savings rate that rises with income. Automate protections, savings, retirement contributions, and debt repayments so discipline doesn't rely on willpower. Diversify across asset classes and time horizons. Create guardrails, maximum percentage in risky bets, and a minimum emergency fund size. Finally, cultivate humility. Expect volatility and plan for worst-case scenarios. These precautions turn mistakes into manageable lessons rather than catastrophic failures. Financial outcomes are driven more by behavior than technical knowledge. The core behavioral lesson is consistency. Steady contributions beat sporadic big wins. Patience underpins compounding. Reacting to market noise damages long-term results. Emotional control, resisting the urge to time markets or chase trends, preserves gains. Framing matters. See savings as paying future self rather than depriving present self. Habit stacking helps. Attach new financial behaviors to existing routines, such as allocating paycheck percentages on payday. Social comparison is dangerous. Measure progress by personal milestones, not someone else's highlight reel. Gratitude and contentment reduce impulsive spending and improve decision quality. Simple rituals: monthly net worth check, quarterly rebalancing, annual financial reviews, turn strategy into routine. These behavioral practices create an environment where smart financial decisions happen automatically and consistently over decades. A clear vision bridges daily actions and long-term outcomes. Define a specific, emotionally compelling target: debt-free in 2 years, a 6-month emergency fund, or a retirement savings rate of 20%. Break the vision into a 90-day plan with measurable steps. Set a weekly budgeting review, increase automated savings by a set amount, complete one income-boosting action like a side gig trial, and read 2 finance books or courses. Track progress with simple metrics: savings rate, emergency fund percentage, and debt reduction. Celebrate small wins to build motivation. Adjust as needed based on feedback, but maintain momentum through automation and accountability. The 90-day plan turns abstract goals into practical experiments. After each cycle, review, iterate, and scale what works. This cadence transforms aspiration into measurable progress and accelerates movement between phases. The three phases, survival, growth, and multiplication, are not a one-time roadmap but an evolving life cycle. Each phase requires different skills, habits, and priorities, and success depends on discipline, patience, and realistic self-assessment. Start where you are. Secure your basics if you're in survival. Automate and learn in growth, and protect and scale in multiplication. Commit to small, consistent actions and let time amplify them. Protect your progress with simple guardrails and keep learning to refine strategy. Share what you learn, build a supportive circle, and view money as a tool to design the life you want. Begin today with one concrete action from your 90-day plan and measure it weekly. Your financial future is built one disciplined choice at a time.